Well, hello everyone, it's Rose, and I am here with a post-completion video for a diamond painting that I have wanted to do since last November 11th. I originally bought a diamond painting of this image, which is a Viktor Nizovtsev Mermaid image, during last year's 11/11 sale from the Home Fund store. Unfortunately, for a variety of reasons, I never received the package that I paid for, and I never got a refund. I waited a few months and just never got it. So I went ahead and found another image and sent it to the KUFWKEY store and asked them to make a custom for me, which they did. And I received that and was planning on doing it for myself. Then my daughter, who has asked me to do a series of 4 large diamond paintings for her with the theme of earth, air, fire, and water, asked me to do this one for her when she was going through my stash photos. Some of you might remember that I had done the golden dragon for her birthday this year, and so she saw this one and loved it and asked me to do this one for her. I have a hard time saying no to my daughter, so as much as I wanted to do this one for me, I'm going to give it to her. So it took me a while to work on it because I've been working on other things, but then I got started on it in October. And I have now completed it. And I wanted to just take a few moments to tell you about the completion of this diamond painting. I started working on this on October 17th. That was a kit up. Well, I kitted it up on the 16th, and then I started drilling on the 17th of October. And it took me exactly a month to finish it. I finished it on November 17th. So as many of you know, I make notes as I'm working through my diamond painting so that I can remember what the experience is like, and so that I can also tell you about what my experience was, so that if you're interested in buying a canvas like this, you'll be able to do it having a good idea of what to expect if you buy it from the same seller in the same size. Okay, so October 17th and 18th, good start. I did the first 3 inches, which is a 1/12 of the diamond painting. The drills are good, they fit beautifully. October 19th, it's looking amazing. The yellows, oranges, and pinks pop. I think I'm going to hate giving her away. That sentiment did not change throughout the whole completion of this. I'm finished 6 inches now, which is 15 centimeters, which is a 1/6 of the canvas. There are a few colors with various size drills, which is not a huge problem, but I'm getting rid of all of the small and too large ones. Most are perfect. 2 or 3 colors have drills that are stuck together, which is a pain. October 21st. The comment I made was that some colors have bubbles. For example, DMC number 3787. On October 22nd, my comment was, I'm back at it after 2 days off. I finished the 3rd 3-inch strip. It's looking amazing. Now I need to set it aside for a few days while I finish the Fairy Sleeping in Flower, which is a custom commission for my stepmother, because she wanted to give that diamond painting to her niece. Okay, so October 28th, I finished the custom for Anne yesterday, so I am back to the Mermaid Reclining. I'm so glad. October 30th, she's such a pleasure to work on. Minor issues with bubbles in some of the brown colors, and 823s are not perfect, but otherwise the drills are excellent. November 1st, I just finished 15 inches. 3 more to go and I'll be half done. I'm still ecstatic about this diamond painting. She's perfect. The drills are outstanding. November 6th, I'm starting the final 30 centimeters. It's gonna be gorgeous. November 13th, back to the Mermaid. I was off her for a week and definitely felt rusty for the first hour or so that I got back to drilling her. But then I got right back into it. I still love it. November 16th, so this is my second last day with her. 3799s have divots that cause one side to have a dent. These drills are also smaller than the others. Only a relatively small number have this problem, but it's now 2 colors that are slightly imperfect. Still not a big issue and not an issue at all for my enjoyment of working on this diamond painting. Some of the colors of drills aren't perfect, but I still love it. The colors are so vibrant and it just looks so wonderful, and I can only see about 5 or 6 inches at a time because of the way I work on her. So I'm going to insert here a photo of the way I work on a diamond painting. I'll just insert a picture of the diamond painting that I'm working on now. Okay, so I didn't write notes at the very end, like on the 17th of November when I finished her, because I mean, she was just so amazing. And all I would have said was, I love her to death and I don't want to give her away, but my daughter wants her, so my daughter shall have her. I'm going to have to check to see whether I have frames in stock that she'll fit in. I think I do have a few, and then I'll do a framing video. Now, I'm not going to post this post review until after Christmas because I'm giving it to her for Christmas, so I don't want it posted on YouTube before that. But yeah, so that's it. I'm going to take you out of the cradle now, and I'm going to zero in on different parts of the canvas so that you can see the quality of the drills close up. There was a lot of confetti. There's so much confetti in this, which is what makes it look so amazing. And I actually like confetti a lot, so that was not a problem for me. Okay, so I'm just gonna take you out of the cradle and zoom in a bit. All right, well, I always like to start with faces, and this one is interesting because there's really no face. What we have is the bottom of her throat. Well, the bottom of her chin and her neck, and you just see a bit of the nose there. So different in that way since there's not really a face in it. And then we've got her body, which is all modeled, which I think that's one of the things that attracted me to this the most, the modeling on her stomach and the gold scales on her forearms and on her mermaid's tail. The drills fit beautifully together. And I'm just going to zero in really close here. There we go. You can ignore the cat hair and the dog hair on there. I'm going to brush all that away before I seal it. But the drills fit absolutely beautifully together. I was so happy with this. And it was possible to make pretty straight lines because they're just about exactly the same size, with those few exceptions that I talked about. And like I said, I didn't use bad drills. So yeah, there you go. I mean, here's a space that's not perfectly straight. I don't know what I was thinking. That might have been when I was coming back to it after having been away for a little while. But yeah, so let's just do a little bit towards her tail. So again, we'll zoom out so that you can see what it is that that I'm showing you. But I mean, look right here, the way in the painting, he has made it so that the reflections from the surface of the water are showing up on her tail, and it's so beautiful. I mean, you can just sense that she's just underneath the surface of the water, which you know because there are the lotus flowers. And then there's this beautiful goldfish here. So I don't know if that is a sign that she's just a tiny little mermaid, or that that's a humongous goldfish. I don't know. I don't know enough about fish to be able to tell. And then the fluke of her tail coming back and around. Again, I just think that's just so gorgeous. And then you can see her hand here showing between the bend in her tail. And I think it's just so beautiful. The colors are so exquisite. I love everything about this. This is why KUFWKEY is and will probably remain one of my absolute favorite diamond painting stores. Okay, so I'm putting you back in the cradle, and I'm going to pause for a moment while I get ready to show you the leftover drills and the trash, and then we'll be done. So just a moment. Okay, so what I've got here to show you is this is the tray, essentially. I use old cat food can trays that I use to store my drills that were more than would fit in the Tic Tac containers. So these are my unused colors here, like completely unused. And as I've mentioned before, KUFWKEY is incredible about, whoops, sorry, I kicked the stand, is incredible about sending way more drills than you would ever need. So these are 154s. Let's just see, where's my 154? There we go. Okay, so there's almost none in here, but I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 bags of 154 left over. For 413s, there's so much 413 in this diamond painting. And where's my 413s? Where's my 413s? Let's see here. Okay, so again, I used up everything that was in the packet, in the Tic Tac container, more or less, but I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of 413s left. I have 8 15s, 2 bags of those left. That was in her hair. And let's see how much is left in the container. It's hard to find them because I don't file, like I sort them here according to symbol, and so I don't really pay too much attention to the DMC number unless I'm refilling a container, so I don't know exactly where this is. 850, there we go. So, you know, there was a very fair amount left over. 3863. That was part of her skin. 3863, where the heck is that? Here we go. So I would say that that's at least 2 bags that are left over there. 939s, which was also a very heavily used color. There were tons of these left over, so 3 bags of these left over, just a few left in the Tic Tac container, but that's all right. That just means I don't have to open a lot of bags. So 37 or 87? 87, okay. So that's this. So again, more than 200 of those left over. More from her, I think these are actually, some of them are from her hair, these 720s, but they're also from the flowers, the lotuses. And so there's, again, just a little over 200 left of those. 3858. Again, that would be a lot in her hair, a little bit in her tail, and down along the bottom of the diamond painting. Let's just see how much is left. There we go. Yeah, so just a little over a bag of those left. Now I have a whole bunch of 37.99s left over. And again, that was extensively used in her tail and throughout the water of the diamond painting. I'm just trying to find the container here with the 37.99s in it. And you've probably seen it, and you're saying it's right there. There it is. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags left over, as well as, you know, maybe a 50 or 100 in the container. 838. Here we go. So we've got about 450 at least of those left over. 823. Okay, so there's almost a bag in here, plus another 3 bags. So tons of those left over. 38.29. I've got about a bag and not quite a half, maybe a bag and a third left over. And in terms of full containers, or full bags, this is 7.79, which again was, there was a lot of this in the diamond painting. And this, I've got 3 bags plus a few left in the container. Okay, so those are for the full bags. Let's take a look at what I've got here. Now, something else that I thought I'd just point out. What I found using the Tic Tac containers is I actually prefer them going across, so a full thing of Tic Tac containers won't fit in here. But I also, when I work on a sloped surface, so if I would take out one, the ones behind it would slip down. So what I did was I just took like a cereal box or a candy box, because it was near Halloween, and I put strips of it in between the rows of Tic Tac containers. So that kept them all beautifully organized, so that, you know, they don't, if I tip the thing, they don't move out of their place. which saved me a lot of aggravation. So that's just a little tip for you if you decide you want to use Tic Tac containers. So for the other colors, I mean, there was a decent amount of drills left. I mean, tons of the 647s. There were a lot of 647s in this diamond painting as well. I was never worried about running out of anything. There we go. Lots and lots of drills left over. Lots of this beautiful 3850 green. And, you know, a few, reasonable amount left of my other colors here. Lots and lots of this 890. Again, there was a lot of 890. There were so many bags of 890s. This is probably 4 bags right here. So we got, you know, more of these. And all these beautiful colors. Oops. And more beautiful colors. And oh, that was just a placeholder. Oh, okay. And this is the trash that I collected during this. I'll show you that in a moment and show you the kinds of trash that I got. Okay, so those are all the drills. And I'm just going to put, oh, and the other thing I did, just sort of to hold them, the trays, to hold the Tic Tac containers in place, is I took a half a foam roller, just cut it down the middle, and just used that sort of to keep them from flopping around, because I didn't want more containers in here than I needed. All right, so these are just some drills that came loose in the container in the Tic Tac box. That's those, okay. There, okay. So let's see the trash. And I always mark my trash container with a T so that I know that that's what it is, and I don't get it mixed up with my just loose drills that I don't, you know, that I decide not to try to match up to their container. Okay, that piece is not coming out. I don't know what it is. All right, let's see if I can get it out with this. Okay, there we go. I just want to be complete. All right, so that trash container will be used for something else. So here we have, and I'll just turn on the flash for a moment to show you. This is the kind of trash that I got in this kit. So a lot were just those little blobs of plastic, a few broken drills, it really wasn't too bad. Even the ones that I, you know, complained a little bit about, those colors, I mean, they weren't that bad really, because what you see here is really not unreasonable. Now, I'm going to zoom in as much as I can on the ones that I said were divot drills. So you see this one here, beside the round bit. See how it's got a little bit of a divot in it? So that was something that I came across with some of the colors. There were very, very few that had the little connector. I'll call it the umbilical. So there was no, you know, here's an umbilical, but there were very few umbilicals. But you see, there were a number that had the little divots in them. So I got rid of those. And again, that was mostly one color that I had that problem with. Here's another one. You see, actually, that seems to be the one that I've pulled out the most, is the ones with divots. You see a bunch of them here. Yeah, there's a really, whoops, there's a really bad one right there. Yeah, so anyway, so I was, like I say, I loved this diamond painting. It was fantastic. In fact, I loved it so much. I already have one that I call Mermaid Swinging. It's around, and I'll be drilling that, I don't know, probably after Christmas. I started and did one drill and chat on it at the request of a patron, and I haven't really come back to it since then. But I'll be coming back to it after Christmas. And I bought 3 more in this series from different stores. I think I bought them from 3 different stores on AliExpress during the 11/11 sale, because I love this artist so much. So I did buy more paintings by him. And there you go. There's my trash from all my different projects collected up in this jar, and they're just so pretty. Anyway, that's it. That's the Reclining Mermaid. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a great big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I want to thank all of my patrons, and I want to thank all of my viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back and visiting with me, and I hope that you enjoyed this post-completion video, and I would love to know your comments about it. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye-bye.